Richards, I'm a senior.
I'm Taylor, I'm a senior.
I'm Megan, I'm a senior.
I'm Sean, and I'm a junior.
So we're a green team. We were moderate construction. We took as much advantage of that as we could. We really wanted to focus on taking advantage of the space, making sure none of it goes to waste, and making sure it's all versatile. Yeah, you guys want to talk about the furniture?
Yeah, so we had Northern Ival, but we had an issue rendering the furniture in the actual floor plan. So what you see is Paragon furniture, but around here we have our actual furniture. And we tried to find the closest matching to what we have on here, but obviously it's not perfect, but we tried our best to match it.
So around the room, we have multiple of these conclave little areas. We have TVs, so you can hook up a laptop to and present. Multiple little small working areas, contemplate to work by yourself, as you can see on the bottom there. 2 levels to work on your own or present in front of the class, or whatever you would like.
Okay, cool. One thing I want to point out before we do the virtual thing, I just wanted to show the color palette, if anyone couldn't see it, but we kind of just went with like a blue, tan, gray, a kind of neutral, kind of cool, or just a little darkish, kind of chill color palette. Sorry, I know I'm not supposed to say the word, I'm sorry. Okay, so now going into the virtual render. As you can see, there's the tables like that for groups to work at. So we're expecting pretty much kids to get in groups whatever group works they have or whatever they are working on. They can all come to these tables right here and plug into a TV and start working out in like small groups together. And well, I'm sorry, I'm standing like right in the way, but. Okay, so and then right over here, there's kind of just a line of tables right there for laptop work. There's that separate area, and I know this is like a big thing, and we're kind of not really saying much about it, but there's like a 3-level kind of thing in here, and this does a really good job of showing what this looks like. So essentially, there's that that L-shaped level that we took, and we raised the bottom part of it and took that out, hollowed it out, and it's about 6 feet. And since this room's a lot bigger than a typical room, the ceilings are around 12 feet, so we took advantage of that and turned this into like a dual level like area. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
What type of seating is up on that top level?
It is
Oh wow, look at that.
Northern Ival little blocks you can place and move around wherever.
Oh, that's neat.
So, like Justin said before, we tried to utilize as much space as we could by the separate levels and make it more of like a relax or whatever you want it to be, take a test little area.
And also, we added a podium just in case Bruce wanted to need a little spot. It's on wheels too, so he can move freely.
That's great.
Any questions?
There's 3 pieces of furniture that you have on your board right there. I'm wondering if you can comment on the top where those would function in. The first one is in the top left-hand corner.
These?
Yep.
Oh, these are essentially like beanbag chairs.
Okay.
So they're like little sacks, and these would just also go up here on top along with the other little stools things here, just for added seating or whatever you want to turn it into.
Okay. And then over on the right-hand side, the second.
This one?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I also forgot to mention this. So, down here in these little nooks, we have the large 3D, or the large printer that we had to print out these big pieces of paper. So that's on wheels, and that would be able to just wheel right underneath there, and you can lower and raise that as well. And for these two as well, we couldn't put the printers in there, but we were planning on having a shelf essentially with a 3D printer and a regular printer. And what this would serve a purpose was to hold the spools of 3D filament. So that would just be hanging there, and that would automatically feed the 3D printer, so it's pretty much tangle-free of all the filament. It was hard to put that in the rendering though, so that's kind of why.
Can you guys talk about the lighting?
Of course, yeah. Pretty sure it's just regular tube lighting. Yeah.
You're up. Oh, sorry.
The surface,
Okay.
the way the surface is rendered, what are your plans for that? Looks like it has some texture to it.
This, I would say that's just like a textured fabric type thing.
On your upper level, is that open or plexiglass there or what?
Yeah, well, that's a little bit wider than what it would actually be. It wouldn't be as big, we wouldn't be able to like fit through it or fall through it in case, so it's kind of just a window, so.
wondering.
Yeah, it's just a window, so in case the teacher can see the students up there and they're not like just in a closed room where nobody can see what kids are doing up there.
And the flooring on the first floor and the upper level?
Yeah, it's actually laminate we found that looks like wood, so in the render it's hardwood, but we actually found laminate that looks very similar to that. And then the upper levels are carpet,
Yeah.
about the same tone.
You have a high table here, where is it in the room?
So, yeah, for these, we also, because we had to use a different group instead of the Northern Ivel, so that's actually a different table than what we could use in here because they weren't compatible with the software we were using.
But it's at upper level as a high tables, right?
Yeah,
Right, the green
yeah,
here,
yeah, that's what they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was where my question was. It must have been frustrating to not have the furniture able to.
Yeah,
be
so
used.
when we first started, we didn't have the plans, but then they got sent to us, and when we first tried them out and downloaded them, the size of a chair was like the size of the school, so we couldn't really do much about that.
Okay. Were you able to give them feedback that that doesn't work very well and they should fix that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it was exactly. I think maybe it was because they had to scale it up for like real things maybe, I'm not sure, but it was just really hard to use when we went to go and try and put it in here, so.
I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Can you turn that around? Just what are your instructional walls where they currently are? So did you make, is that a smart board and not
Yeah,
just
that's like a
TVs?
projector screen,
Okay.
and, well, yeah, so they didn't really want a front of the classroom, and that's why we had that podium on wheels, so we could, Johnny could go around wherever he wanted, not even that he needed the podium, but he could pretty much walk around the entire classroom and instruct from anywhere, essentially. And most of the time when we're working, we break off into our separate own things anyway, so we're expecting the kids kind of just disperse without the room and just have Gusani be there so he watches and makes sure we're doing our work and everything like that. Is that it?